Hi guys, in this video we're going to look at this hybrid drum set and just how one kit can do it all. So if you play in a covers band and want to play or sound like the original, you can do it just at the touch of your fingertips. So there are two ways I can create the sound, either sampling the original and put it on spd-sx, which we'll talk about in a second, or modelling the sound. Well, what does modelling mean? Basically, I could take or listen to my favourite band, listen to the kick and the snare and think, oh, I really, really like that, go into my module and try and create there or thereabouts that sound off the album. And it's relatively easy. Let me explain what's going on here so you can hear it. So I've got my acoustic set up. You can see there's microphones on every single drum. There's also triggers, but I'm going to touch on that in a second. I'm going to switch the module down. So what you're getting is the actual acoustic sounds of the drums. So snare, toms. With the TD30 up, what this is going to do, you're going to hear the module sound. How are you going to hear the module sound? Well, on each one of the drums, I have an RT10 trigger. Basically, what happens, I hit the drum head, the cone will vibrate, send the signal down the jack lead into the module, and it'll play the sound that I've assigned it to play. So, for example, if I'm playing this snare drum, it's tom. This is the layered sound of the acoustic and the module at the same time. Now, let's look at our album. So we've taken a famous drum track. I'll take the TD30 off again. We'll play this groove. There's something obviously missing. There's a bit of effect there. The tuning's slightly differently. What I've done is I've modelled the sound that I can hear off the album. This is what you get. So I'm going to go to add some multi-effects, add a couple of delays, and this is the sound you can create. Using modelled sounds, so sounds out of the module. What happens if you want to use the original sounds? Well, I'd listen back to a favourite track where I had the drum sound exposed. I could sample it and assign it to any one of the pads on the spd-sx. So once again, we'll take this. A classic kick and snare drum sound from my youth. Now, using the outputs of the spd-sx, I could plug in the RT10 triggers. So let's say, for example, we've got the kick and snare there. I could have that assigned to the kick and snare of my acoustic drums and layer both together. So you'll still have the original sound, but you have your acoustic sound as well. So it's a massive, massive wall of sound. If I wanted something slightly different, that's kind of still like the original, I could go into my studio with my kit acoustically tuned how I wanted to. I could then sample that and do exactly the same thing. So you're creating your own sound, but it's staying unique to the album. So you just sound just like the album with your own bit of aggressive touch on the front. So I've been asked to play some extra sounds. Now, each module has a whole host of onboard sounds, or obviously using spd-sx, I can upload some sounds. If I take my module here, it's so simple, and bear in mind, I don't need triggers for this. So I could have my module, connect it to a pad, and I can have a secondary snare. I can use my octapad here to play some percussion stuff. Or so simple, if I'm playing dubstep or dance stuff, just play a sub drop. So there you have it. By using sampling or modelling, you've got literally thousands, in fact, unlimited amount of kicks, snares, toms, any sound that you want to create off the album or your own. With a hybrid kit, you've got it.